Rocky Silva, Sterling Kling, your front row, Ryan Order, Pete Yurkovich in row 2, Ronald Webster and Ryan Murphy in row 3, Randy Nelson, Hayden Reinbold. Round out your field. Green flag is in the air. We are underway. 8 laps of distance here in the heat race is going to be Sterling Kling taking the race lead. Pete Yurkovich trying to get around the outside of Rocky Silva. Can't quite clear him, though, as Rocky Silva fights back down the inside. Now Yurkovich will clear him into turn number 3 as Sterling Kling will lead the field off of turn number 4. He'll lead lap 1. That's going to be Yurkovich, Rocky Silva, and Ryan Order in the number 43 right now trying to find some ground down there on the bottom of the racetrack. Washed up just a smidge there. Let's allow Ryan Murphy to catch him in his tail tank, battling for that 4th spot. Having a strong drive down the back straight with a 9X is Randy Nelson. That ARC Powder Coatings hot rod pulled right up to Ryan Murphy as you see your 4, 6, 7, and 8 right now in your screen off of turn number 2. A little squirrely there for the 43 machine of Order driving at Ellicott, Colorado. And that 43 machine as Rocky Silva has issues off of turn number 4. The smoke coming out of his car almost gets snagged by Randy Nelson, who makes a little contact with the 25W of Ronald Webster. Looks like they stay going there as Webster feeds right rear to Randy Nelson as Rocky Silva get his race car off the racetrack. Hayden Reinbold takes his car off the racetrack in the 19 AZ as out front. It's still Sterling Kling right now showing the way. So he will lead the field off of turn number 4, followed by Pete Yurkovich, the number 3 car. Right now running in second here as we are halfway through this first heat race of the night. Battle starting to tighten up for that 3rd spot as Order right now has it. Ryan Murphy, that's 7X, the Shamrock Motorsports car, Tucson, Arizona native, starting to reel him in about 2 car lengths off of him as they race down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Now Order stretches it out just a little bit. Looks like Order in the 43 able to find the handle on that race car. It was all over the racetrack there the first couple laps. Sterling Kling leads them back to the stripe once again here with just 2 laps left. Driver number 34, of course, about 3 weeks ago in the Oval Nationals made the headlines for all the wrong reasons. After going full sin mode on Jason McDougal in a heat race, locked himself into the Oval Nationals, ended up taking him and McDougal out as the white flag does fly for Sterling Kling. He's already catching up to the tail end of the field. He can back her down, though, stretch his legs out off of turn number 4. He'll win a heat race of number 1 for the ASCS Santan Ford Desert Sprint Car Series, with Pete Yurkovich coming home in a second. Right now, 3rd appears to be Ryan Order, but the battle's on hot and heavy for 4th as around the outside goes Randy Nelson on Ryan Murphy. Will be Order in 3rd. 4th will be Nelson. 5th is Murphy. Will be Danny Mathis, Brad Weiss, your front row, Rick Schumann, Dennis Gile in row number 2, Dustin Burkhart, Johnny Shelton in row number 3, and the Prez, Josh Shipley, all by his lonesome. He's starting at 7th here in this second heat race of the night. Of course, Josh Shipley trying to lock down the title here for the ASCS Santan Ford Desert Sprint Car Series. In 2019, this weekend, green flag will fly. We're underway. Heat race number 2, another 8 laps coming at you hot and heavy as we got one up and over. Red flag will fly. Brad Weiss continues to tumble. Green flags in the air. We're underway once again here in heat race number 2 for the ASCS Santan Ford Desert Sprint Car Series. Dennis Gile already trying to take over the race lead. He's going to do so as Josh Shipley tried to pull up side by side with Mathis. Couldn't quite get anything done in turn number 1 as Dustin Burkhart makes a little contact there. Rick Schumann, so they duke it out for that 4th spot. Now Josh Shipley drops the nose down the inside of Mathis. Can't do anything with him off of turn number 4 as Dennis Gile leads lap number 1. Then it's Mathis in second, followed by Josh Shipley, Rick Schumann, Dustin Burkhart, Johnny Shelton. Right now running 4th, 5th, and 6th on the racetrack. Josh Shipley once again has his assault set on the number 42 machine of Mathis. A little different colors to close out the 2019 campaign for Danny Mathis. In the number 42 cars, Mathis a strong run for turn number 2. Josh Shipley pull up to his inside. Right now it is Mathis still hanging on to that 2nd spot. Here comes Shipley once again down the inside. Going to wash up the racetrack just a smidge. Lose about 3 car lengths to the number 42 and Mathis is going to turn number 2 once again. This is about a 4th second on the racetrack. Off of turn number 2 is still about 3 car lengths separate those 2 drivers. That's about another 10 car lengths back. You see Rick Schumann, Dustin Burkhart continue their battle for the 4th spot. Is out front. It is all Dennis Gile and the Ford team. For those fans Familiar with Arizona Speedway, Dennis Guile thought he almost lost his life and at least almost ended his racing career out here back in April, running with the ASCS Santan Ford Sprint Car Group. During the World of Outlaws show, went up and over. Coming in turn number 4. About 2 months of time he had to take off as Josh Shipley once again pounds the inside of the 42 machine of Mathis. Mathis, though, going to crown him. Into turn at number 3 and hanging on that second spot, Josh Shipley. See if he tries the tart side this time. No, he will not. Still trying to work the inside liner and Danny Mathis, but Mathis drives away off of turn number 2 as the white flag will fly for the driver of the 4T, Dennis Guile. Of course, Dennis Guile able to get redemption on this racetrack during the Hall of Fame Classic. Won the main event out here for the ASCS Santan Ford Desert Sprint Car Series after Bruce St. James went full sin mode on Kyle Shipley, knocking out your 2 race leaders. Checker flag will fly. Guile will win heat race number 2. And that battle for second will be Mathis holding off Josh Shipley. Dustin Burkhart coming home in 4th. Rick Schumann rounds out your top 5. Jesse Stone Cipher in the 76 on the pole with Bruce St. James in the 7K to his outside. Braden Moniz, Colton Hardy, Wayne Siddle, Stevie Sussex, Kyle Shipley, your field of 7. You can see what Stevie Sussex can do here in that number 12. Usual USAC Southwest regular as the green flag flies. We are underway, 3rd and final heat race of the night for the ASCS Santan Ford Desert Sprint Car Series. And Bruce St. James, who won your most recent main event here at Arizona Speedway, picking up where he left off. That's out front as Colton Maroney hasn't ran this car all summer long. Been rolling with his dad, Jim Maroney, was looking for Rookie of the Year honors in NHRA drag racing. Right now, trying to get a handle on his car as Stevie Sussex moves into that 3rd spot. Bruce St. James does lead lap number 1 with Stone Cipher in a 2nd, followed by Stevie Sussex. Maroney right now in the 4th spot as Bruce St. James went down to the bottom, lost a lot. Actually allowed the 2nd and 3rd place driver, Stevie Sussex and Stone Cipher, to catch up to his hill tank just a little bit. Stevie Sussex throwing her into that 2nd spot over Stone Cipher. Colton Maroney right now still being scored in 4th. But here goes Kyle Shipley in the 20G to the outside. Going to pick off Colton Maroney, going to try to do the same to the 76 of Stone Cipher. He will move Kyle Shipley into the 3rd spot now. As Bruce St. James trying to find a good spot on the racetrack. He's way off the pace, though, off of turn number 2. Going to bring out the yellow flag and hand the lead over to Stevie Sussex. So trouble for your race leader, Bruce St. James, in the 7K, the Radio Flyer. Green flag in the air. Kyle Shipley in that 2nd spot, trying to pick himself up another heat race win here in 2019. He's been bad fast all year long. Of course, missed a few races after a late race incident with Bruce St. James, who just took his car off the racetrack. Right now, though, very fast, lost speed in that 20G. New number for him this weekend. Used to run in the OG here in 2019. Right now, it is Stevie Sussex able to hold him off as that battle starting to heat up for that top spot. Just half car length separates the 2 drivers. Kyle Shipley going to try to poke his nose down the inside of the number 12 machine of Sussex. They're going to be side by side off a turn or 2. Stevie, though, the strong run on the top side. 2 great racers out here in the Southwest. Stevie Sussex and Kyle Shipley putting on quite a show here in heat race number 3. And so far, it's Stevie Sussex holding off the 20G of Shipley. Now Shipley going to follow the tire tracks of Stevie Sussex through turns 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. Sussex breaks out to about 2 car length advantage. Shipley, though, sends in a little bit deeper than Stevie Sussex, and turn number 3 pulls right into the tail tank as the white flag flies for your race leaders. And to turn at number 1, Stevie Sussex holding pretty well. Going to try to get that good drive off of turn number 2, but Shipley with a fantastic run down the back straightaway pulls it back up with car length. Down into turn number 3, off of 4. Shipley, one final chance, can't do it. Stevie Sussex wins heat race number 3. Kyle Shipley comes home in 2nd. Jesse Stone Cipher 3rd. Maroney holds off. Moniz at the line.